Hi, this is Parveen Khanna. Hello, everybody. And today, the cue card which I have chosen to speak is describe an occasion when you lost something and then got it back. So, here are the cue card points in front of you, and here are the short notes which I shall be using. Okay, so actually, I am not a forgetful person, but still, I would like to say that recently I lost my ATM card when I was in hurry. Actually, my friend demanded money because his close relative was admitted in hospital, and at that point of time, he demanded money on urgent basis. So I also got so tensed and completely worried for him. And then in rush, I went to the ATM cash dispensing counter, and then I withdrew the money. And after withdrawing the money, by chance, I forgot to take my ATM card out of the machine, and I straight away went to my friend. And after helping him, when I at night went back to my home, at that point of time I found that I was missing ATM card. And at that point of time I really felt bad of myself, and because being so careful. So meanwhile I was also worried because I was having good amount of money in my bank account, and I was also worried that if anybody would misuse my ATM card, then I'll have to face loss of money, because banks they never refund that amount of money, they never compensate for the money which is lost that way. So in that urgency I actually called the customer care of my bank, and I blocked my card that way. But to my luck, I can say next day when I actually went to the same ATM counter to find my card, the person who was attendant there, he said that he found one card last night, and which was deliberately which was left inside the machine. And when he showed that card to me, it was actually mine, and I really thanked him. And anyhow I got that card started again. First of all, I would like to say means I initially felt bad on myself because I was so careless, and actually I got so much worried that I forgot to take my card back. And later on when I found that card, I really thanked the God, I thanked the attendant who was at the machine. And I was really, I could say, overjoyed, because I at that time point came to know that I am not so careless, which otherwise I think of myself. Okay, so moving further to the follow-ups. Why do people lose their things? I think mainly because of two reasons why people lose their things. Firstly, I think if they are careless, so then I can say then on daily basis or frequent basis they keep losing their things. Maybe they lose their mobile phones or their valuables, or maybe their wallets or their pens. So it keeps happening. Otherwise I think people lose their things because they get so worried, they get so much completely out of sort, and as a result they sometimes in urgency they forget to collect things, like that the same situation which happened with me. So I think these are two key reasons why people lose things. Okay, next question. What kind of things usually people lose? Well, I would say, as I have said earlier, people lose their valuables. Either they lose mobile phones or their wristwatch if they are in habit of opening their wristwatch, or sometimes they also forget their pens, they lose their wallets. So I think these are some things which people lose. Okay, moving on to the next question. What can people do to find things they have lost? Well, for finding things they have lost, I would say people must remind the thing which they have lost, which they used last, and that way they can actually remind that where was the thing they used last time, and where they kept That way, I think going back to that place or reminding to that particular incident calmly, they can get back to that particular point or situation where they lost their valuable item. Or otherwise, I think like for mobile phones, they can have tags so that their mobile phones may be hanging to their neck. So that also is the way people can avoid losing things. Okay, next question. What can people do to avoid losing their stuff? Well, as I have said earlier, people can actually remind for the occasion when they lost their valuable item, or otherwise it's better that they can keep some sort of things like for people have tags with their spectacles, or people have tags with their mobile phones, so that these things keep hanging to their neck, and that's why they avoid losing such valuable items. So I think these sort of things can be done, or people can actually before moving to some place, they may keep some checklist with them. They may check their pockets so that they have their valuables with them, and then they must leave. As whenever I go to my office, before leaving home, I always check my pockets whether I'm having keys to my office or not, keys to my bike or not, and similarly I'm having pen. So that way I think people can be cautious, and they can take precautions, and they can avoid losing their valuable stuff. Like, subscribe and share, and bye bye. We'll meet in next video.